let's get started with my Big Shot and my multi-purpose platform, which is this lovely thing that sits right inside of it. I've got it closed all the way, and as you can see, it's on tab 2. What I'm going to do is take my piece of paper that I've cut to 5 1/4 by 4 that goes on the top of my card, and I'm going to put that right inside my embossing folder. Like so. Actually, yeah. So the next thing that I'm going to do is take my piece of chipboard. Now I've cut this chipboard out to be the size of the average card front, which is this piece of paper, and that's 5 1/4 by 4. And I've cut that into that shape, and then I went ahead and cut out a square rectangle piece in the middle, because all I want to show when I run it through is everything around here on the outside of it. Now I also want to make sure that this lines up this hole right here in the center of my paper. So once I put it on here, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to hold it up to the light, and then I'm going to look and make sure that it is in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. That looks pretty close to me. So I'm just going to place that flat on my platform, and then I'm going to take my well-loved sandwich plate. As you can see, I probably should invest in another one, but it still works. So what I'm going to do is put that right on top, and now I'm going to run that through the Big Shot and watch magic happen. Ta-da! Isn't that awesome? It just did the outside. I love it. You could even leave it like this. It would look so cute. Now, let me just also tell you that I used a piece of chipboard to cut out. You could use cardboard. You could put like 6 pieces of paper and glue them together and do the same exact thing. But you might have a different thickness than I have, so your platform may need to be different. You may need to use 2 sandwich plates or have it open to another tab. You're going to have to play around with it and see what works best for you. I just used a regular piece of chipboard. I don't even know what the thickness of these are, but just so you know that you may have different tab settings on your multi-purpose platform than I do. Now for the second part of this, we're going to use our Big Shot again, but I just wanted to show you what I did here. I have this little embossing folder, the designer frames folders. Isn't that pretty? I probably should scrape that off, but it's from taping this down. What I did was I took a piece of chipboard, I put it inside my embossing folder, closed it, ran it through the Big Shot, and then what I did was I cut along the outside of it so that I could see exactly where this needed to go, because what happens is we put our paper inside here and then this goes on top, and let me show you what I mean. What I'm going to do is put this in, or I should say put my paper inside of this. Now I want to make sure that this side is the side that's facing up, and this is the side, or how should I put that? What's a better way to put that? This side is going to be embossed, so it's going to go this way, the same as this. I want it to be raised. That was the word I was looking for. Okay, I want it to be raised, and whenever you want to put this through an embossing folder and you want to know which side is going to come out raised, it's always going to be the side that has the writing on it, or in my case, the side that has all the junk on it left over. Now, I'm going to put this in here, and I'm just kind of lining it up to see whereabouts I want it, and I think that looks good. So, what you can do, and what I've done in the past, is I put a piece of tape down here so that it doesn't move, but I don't think I need it this time, because I've done it so many times already. It took me forever to figure it out. Now, the reason why I'm using chipboard and not just running it through is because if I just ran it through, not only would it flatten everything over here, the outline of this embossing folder would show up on the raised parts already. So this is why I need the chipboard, so it just impresses this part and nothing else. I'm going to take my well-loved sandwich plate again and put that on top and run it through. Can you even stand it? Are you ready for the big reveal? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! Isn't that awesome? I can't even tell you guys how long it took me to figure this out. Way longer than I want to admit. So let's finish the card off. This is going to be the quick and easy and simple part. You can totally amp this up more if you want, but this is what I'm going to get started with. Your strawberry slush ink pad. And I've got this awesome set, Hello Lovely. So I'm going to take this stamp out of it right here. Now, when I ink something up, let me just tell you guys that I want to make sure that my ink pad, or that my stamp is totally covered, so I'll always test it first. So what I mean by that is after I ink it up, I I want to make sure I did a good job inking it, I'll just stamp it and test it and go, oh, okay, that looks good. I got all my parts covered. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then I'm just going to eyeball it, line it up. Now I'm going to take my strawberry slush paper, which was 8.5 by 11, and I just cut it in half at 5.5. And I'm just going to fold that over. There, thing didn't want to stay with me. Then I'm going to take some adhesive on the back side of this. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to add some pizzazz. All right, let's add some glitter, which I love. So the next trick I want to show you is this container. This is all Dazzling Diamonds glitter from Stampin' Up. But the reason why I put it here is, well, let me just show you. I'm going to take my 2A glue pen. I'm going to test it first, squeeze it down a couple times to make sure that the glue is running. Now, if you've never used this before, you'll notice that when you put this down, it's going to come out blue, and that means that it's still wet. When it turns clear, that means it has dried. So, let me go ahead and put this on the bottom of a couple of these words. Okay, then I take my glitter and just drizzle it over there, shake it off. And the reason I do that is because it goes all back into the container and I don't have to worry about it being all over the place. Look. Oh my God, so cute. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish doing all the words that are raised on this card and then I'll be back. Okay, that's it. See, we finished our card. It wasn't that hard. It only took us a couple minutes, and it's got a whole lot of wow factors. It's got the double embossing factor, and it's got the glitter, as we like to say in Massachusetts. Let me zoom in for you so you can really get a good feel for this card. Look at how shiny. Woohoo! Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial and you come back and visit me again soon on my YouTube channel or on my blog at angelasinklink.com. Thanks for watching! Voila! That's it. This card has just enough sparkle and just enough extra... Start over.